Hi, and welcome back to Lavender Coco Kitchen. Well, today I have a special guest, and this is Sharna. She is the founder and director of Arts Care International. So welcome, Sharna.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I've been watching the YouTube, so it's so fun to actually be here in person. So, yeah.
Well, it's really nice to have you here to cook with me today.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know a bit about your diet, because I know that you do have a few problems with your health and your stomach and things like that. So what are you doing about your diet?
Yeah, so I'm vegan, and I think, well, mostly vegan, and I think it's just really good for your diet because it just makes me feel better and lighter and more clear and clarity. So so I find like the healthier the better. So that's why I love your cooking, because I feel like it's just like every time I come over, I'm like, oh wow, this is just so good for my body. So I think that's why it's so important to have things that make you feel good.
Yeah,
so that's kind of on my journey at the moment, is just for health and wellness.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Because as you know, I am vegan too.
Yes, absolutely.
And I do try to focus on healthier ingredients. But obviously, as you might know, I do have a sweet tooth. I really love desserts.
Yeah, well, desserts are the spice of life, aren't they?
Yeah, so I thought today we'll make carrot cake. Well, actually, I did want to make something with chocolate, but I heard recently that you've been advised not to eat chocolate.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is a pain.
Yeah, we're kind of on a bit of a process of elimination at the moment. So I feel like carrot cake was a very good option. So
yeah, well, that's good because there's no chocolate in it, obviously.
Yes.
And we are going to make cream cheese frosting.
Okay.
But obviously there's no dairy in that either.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, because I know that a lot of people like yourself have issues with dairy.
Yes, I do, yeah, dairy's not my friend at the moment,
No.
so it's good to have an alternative.
Yeah. We're going to start with the actual cake.
Yes.
And obviously we need carrots.
Of course, you wouldn't need carrots in carrot cake, don't you?
So I've just like peeled and washed the carrots.
Yep.
So now we just need to grate them.
Okay.
So you can grate some on like the fine grate or the coarser grating.
Yep.
So there's a mixture.
Okay.
And it gives a bit more texture in the cake. Fresh ginger.
Ah.
So I just grate a bit of that because it gives a good flavour.
It does, and ginger's so good for the health too,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's extremely good for you.
Yeah.
Very good to boost immunity.
Yeah, so good, and good for the gut, I would imagine as well.
Very good for your stomach.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we've grated the carrot and the ginger.
Yep, great.
So now we're going to mix the dry ingredients.
Okay.
So I've got spelt flour.
Yep.
Have you used this before?
I have actually. Yeah, yeah, it's really good.
It's a lot better for you than normal refined white flour because it retains more nutrients.
Okay, great.
And I also have oat flour.
Oh, okay.
And this is even better for you.
Yeah, I've been having oat milk at the moment too.
Oh, right, yeah, oats are really good. They're actually good for your stomach as well.
Great.
And to make that, I just grind up normal rolled oats in the blender.
Oh, okay, so you actually made this? Wow, from scratch.
Yeah, you just buy a pack of oats and put it in the blender and blend it till it becomes fine.
Wow.
And it's really cheap.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just so good for you. It's such a good alternative to flour.
And it's something you have in the cupboard as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll use that as well.
Okay.
So we need 2.5 cups of the spelt flour. Could be used as a birthday cake.
Yeah,
because we're going to make it into layers with the cream cheese frosting.
Yeah.
So it would make a lovely birthday cake.
Okay, there you go.
So
anyone likes carrot cake for their birthday.
Yeah. So we use 1/2 cup of oat flour.
Yeah. Baking powder
and 2 teaspoons. Baking soda.
Okay.
and that also helps it to rise and be a bit lighter. So we'll do one and a half. That's
one and a half. These are good.
Yeah, if you bake a lot, it's worth having these.
Yep.
So you can get the correct
measurements.
The sugar element. So I have here coconut sugar. Have you used that?
I have, yes.
Yeah. And as you probably know, it's a lot better for you than refined white sugar or even refined brown sugar.
Yep.
This is actually a much more nutritious sugar.
There you go, you're getting the nutrients and you're getting the...
So that's right. And we'll only use half a cup. Normally in a cake like this, there'd probably be at least a cup of sugar.
Yeah.
Sometimes even more. But I find that you don't need as much sugar.
Okay.
Especially with the frosting, because the frosting does contain some sugar as well.
Okay, yeah.
And when it's combined together, it makes it
top.
sweet enough, and you don't want it overly sweet.
Yeah.
And wherever you can, you should cut down on the sugar. Yeah, so we'll just put half a cup. Cinnamon.
Okay.
So we'll put 2 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Okay.
So we put in, we have fresh, we'll have ground ginger as well.
Smelling amazing.
Because ginger is such a great spice. Got nutmeg here.
Okay.
So I've got like so this is whole nutmeg.
Oh, okay.
Have you used the whole nutmeg?
No, I haven't actually. No,
It's
I
actually,
usually
if you have a little grater and a whole nutmeg,
yes,
it has a better flavour than if you just get ground nutmeg.
Great.
So I usually use the whole one. You can just grate it in.
So it turns out nutmeg is actually a nut. It's so funny. We see it in powders, but then you see it in its actual form. It's like nutmeg comes from a nut.
Exactly. If you can see how it looks.
Oh wow, that is so cute. There you go.
Smell that. It's got a really intense smell.
Oh yeah, that's actually really.
You can see like it has so much more flavour than
it does.
Just ground up.
Yeah, it's really good for the sinuses.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
You just need to mix it. So just put it on a low speed so it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, so now instead of using butter or margarine or something like that, we're going to use olive oil.
Olive oil.
Because as you know, it's a lot healthier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's really good. It actually can help prevent diseases like heart disease and stroke and even Alzheimer's. And
wow.
So you can use coconut oil, but I find in carrot cake, olive oil works really well.
Yeah.
So we'll put half a cup. Have almond milk.
Yes.
So no dairy.
Nope. No
You could
dairy.
use, like you said, you drink oat milk. You could use oat milk or even coconut milk.
Coconut milk, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Almond milk
So
for the win.
we'll
Okay, which one?
1 1/4 cups.
Okay.
Actually, we've got the carrot. Oh, I forgot to measure. You should have about 2 cups.
Okay.
So it looks like it's about 2.
You
want to taste?
Okay, let's have a taste. That's actually really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would taste good before we cooked it, but it does.
Yeah, so. Well actually I really like raw cake mix.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Nice and
especially
fresh.
with ingredients like this.
Yep.
You probably could eat it raw. And
you could actually, even like with some like vegan ice cream, you could eat it.
Actually that's a good idea.
There you go, that's another recipe.
Yeah. Okay, we'll put it in the tin. I've got the oven at 180 degrees and it should take about 25 minutes.
Okay.
You could have added some ginger or some sultanas
Yep.
or even some nuts or other dried fruit to the cake mixture.
Okay.
Before you cook it.
To give it some texture.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good.
I forgot that doesn't matter.
It still tasted pretty good, even without it.
While it's cooking, we're going to make the cream cheese frosting.
Okay, sounds good.
And also, we could make some candied walnuts.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Cashews and macadamias.
Yeah.
I've been soaking them in boiling water for a couple of hours. Like, you have to probably soak them at least 30 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
But the longer you soak them, it's better because they soften.
Okay.
And it's easy to blend.
Yep. Yep.
So we're just going to drain the water out now.
Okay.
Divide them between these two blenders because it's too much for one.
Okay.
We'll just get the lemon juice.
Okay.
Just cut that. So we've got our sweetener for this.
Aha.
Maple syrup.
Canadian. For
Yeah.
all the Canadian viewers. Yeah.
Yeah, so pure maple syrup.
Okay.
So this is also sugar, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a more healthier form.
Okay, yeah.
And it's also got good flavour too.
Okay, that's great.
And also for this, because it's a cream cheese and we want it to have a white appearance, this is a light colour, so it won't make the colour too dark.
Yep.
Like if you use coconut syrup or coconut sugar, you'd get a more brownish colour.
Okay.
But we want to try and keep it white.
Keep it white.
So
yes.
we'll use the maple syrup.
Okay.
So we're going to put 1/3 of a cup,
Yep.
1/4 of a cup, so that. Have vanilla
Yep.
to give flavour.
Okay.
So we need a teaspoon in each, so it's 2 teaspoons altogether. I'm going to use some salt,
Great. Yep.
because as you know, the cream cheese has a bit of a salty
It does,
taste.
doesn't it? Yep.
Yeah. Coconut oil.
Now we know where coconut oil comes from. It comes from
Yeah,
coconuts.
that's right.
Unlike maple, doesn't come from bees.
No.
Okay.
So I just melted this and we'll use 1/4 cup. Help the frosting to set, because as you can see it goes harder when it's cold. That's everything.
Okay.
So now we just have to blend it. Yeah, you've turned that
from this.
into this.
Who would have known?
So as you can see, we
Yeah.
have a nice smooth
Wow.
cream cheese frosting.
Waiting
Sorry.
for this taste. This is going to be a good. I am so sorry that you cannot taste this at home because you're going to have to make it to taste what
Yeah.
it sounds like. I've got a bit too much. Oh my goodness.
I like that.
That is amazing. That is good. That's not even acted. That is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it does taste like cream cheese?
Yeah, absolutely. You can,
Yeah.
exactly, because you can taste the consistency
Yeah.
of it, where it's got that little bit of sour, but
Yeah. The
sweet
bit of-
as well.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna lick it on camera. I don't even care. Keep
Well,
going.
that's a good advertisement
Yeah.
for food.
Yeah,
You can see how much she likes it.
yeah, and this is like all real. I don't even care what anyone thinks.
was good.
It's the only way to go. It has, and it, you know, yeah, it just reminds me of being a kid in the kitchen and just
Yeah.
like eating away.
Well, when I'm by myself, I eat all of this stuff.
Of course, that's how you cook.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to put it in the fridge now, just to cool down. So it'll be nice and cool, ready to frost the cake. Now we're going to make candied walnuts, because
Yep.
walnuts are good with carrot cake.
Absolutely, they go pass and parcel.
Yeah, exactly. So in this recipe, we are going to sweeten them, obviously, and make them a bit more like candied.
Yep.
But it's more like just like you can use it as a decoration or a garnish sort of thing. So I've got the coconut sugar.
Yep.
So So I only need about 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
Put in some maple syrup as well.
Sounds good.
So just 1 more tablespoon. A little salt just to bring out the flavour.
Yep.
Cinnamon as well.
Okay.
So adds a bit more flavour to it. Stir this on a medium heat until it dissolves. So if you like to just stir that.
Stir it.
So you just want the sugar to dissolve and
Okay,
it'll
I see.
coat all the walnuts.
Yep.
But it is important to keep stirring it because sugar can burn really
and it's also
easily.
got to get all on all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well our cakes are cooked and they've cooled down.
Yeah, and they smell amazing.
Yeah, and we've got our cream cheese frosting
Yep.
and our candied walnuts.
Yes.
So we just have to put everything together.
Okay.
Which could be tricky.
Yeah, this is like where a bit of creativity comes in, I
that's
think.
right.
Yeah.
So what you could do, you could sandwich the 2 together like that, or you could do what I'm going to try to do and cut them in half so we make 4 layers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just so it doesn't slip around, we'll put a bit of icing on the bottom. And, oh no. Put 1 layer down. As I said, because it's fresh, it's really crumbly. But if you wanted to make it for a birthday or a special occasion, it's best to make the cake the day before and just have it in the fridge. So it will cool down really well and then it's a lot easier to cut it and ice it.
Actually.
You could make it more even
Yep.
by just trimming the sides,
That's true, yeah.
because then you'll get a more even look. Well done.
It is looking and
That
smelling
angle I think is the best.
delicious. Yep.
So what I would do now, like to put it in the fridge, so everything will firm up.
Okay, yep.
So when you're serving it wherever you're going to serve it,
Yep.
it's a lot easier to slice nicely.
Of course, yeah, so it won't
yeah.
crumble as much.
Yeah, because obviously when it's fresh like that, it crumbles a lot.
Yeah.
So now it's time to taste.
Oh, the final verdict.
Finally,
I feel like we're on one of those other judging. No, we won't judge. We'll just enjoy.
Yeah,
Okay,
so let's just dig in.
let's go.
Looks good.
Yum. It smells really good.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. It was really good. It's just like, I kind of feel bad for everyone who can't taste it. Okay, let's go. Really good.
Yeah. So would you recommend this vegan carrot cake?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would totally recommend this. I think that this is a definite 100 out of 10 because
Oh well, thank you.
it's super good.
Well, you heard it there.
Yep, and also I think too, as you said, you can put dried fruit through it as well.
Yeah, you can.
So it depends on
Yeah.
how sweet you want it or how
Yeah.
savory. It's very versatile,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yeah.
Definitely. Very, very good, very talented. I feel like I've learned something today as well.
Well,
so.
you better start baking.
Yeah, now I'm going to start baking more. Like,
Yeah.
it's become more of a habit because it's
Well,
a good
next
thing to
time
do.
you can bring me a cake to try.
Yeah! We'll try to see how I go. That's another story.
Yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.